And I'm just going to dive right into some songs, and I'll tell some stories along the way as well. But thanks for being here. I think of you and I need to recall there is more to it all than now. I think of you as the sun's coming up, taking all that it will allow. On January days with a rain-soaked face and a raw wind howl, I shut my eyes and idle a while just to hear what I might have been missing and hear what I forgot how to feel. Innocent love, innocent furious love, shot down from heaven above. That innocent love, endlessly in search of criminally innocent love. Why must it be this tricky to think in the blink of an eye it all could end? Laboring to convince myself every instant is a godsend. All around me are reminders there to be admired, and to keep the breeze steady at the base of my fire. Innocent love, innocent furious love, shot down from heaven above. I'm looking for innocent love, endlessly in search of criminally innocent love. You. Innocent love, innocent furious love, shot down from heaven above. I'm looking for innocent love, endlessly in search of criminally innocent love. That innocent love, yeah, that innocent love. So, one thing that I should mention before I keep going here, my mother was a cantor, and so I have some experience singing in synagogues, not for the last, 30 years or so at least, but I would sometimes accompany her back then, and she has since retired. But it's just funny to kind of be back in this environment and singing my songs, which is not something I ever expected to do. But this next song is about my mom, whose name is Lisa, and it's I suppose a story of how she has figured out how to be after being a cantor. It's kind of the what's next problem that everyone kind of has to face as we go along. And she certainly has had ups and downs since retiring. And so this is a song about her. It's called Unpack. the stone, flesh in my bone, carry the burden all the way on your own. Now on in years, you're willing with tears, rigid desire to watch over like a drone. This change in you is a change, change for the better. Can you embrace a new day today? And are you happy? What's happy anyway? It's easy to drift off track when you got a lifetime of baggage to unpack. This change in you is a change, change for the better. This change in you is a change, change for the better. The stone, face the unknown. I'll hold your hand, you don't have to do this alone. This change in you is a change, change for the better. This change in change, change for the better. This is also the first time I can recollect having interpreters at my show, so it's a little disarming. Maybe that's the word. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing another show going on. But thank you for doing that. So my brother does live in Glencoe. We are originally from New York. But he has a couple of kids. And back about 10 years ago, I wrote this for my niece. I write a lot of songs about people in my family, as you can now tell. So here is a song called Bonafide. Fly to me, little bird, you're the one and only cure. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time, true and pure. Can you take me there again, to the valley of pretend? 'Cause when I go there with you, I'm reassured. Oh, the morning that you came, far and wide they heard your name. Every corner of the world, bird, was your domain. Now we're making conversation, words are on your mind. Please don't hurry growing up, bird, play your games. You're gonna be the good kind, the motivating sunshine. You're gonna be a remedy of heart and mind. Darling, you're a bona fide, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Answer trouble, find a way to bring a riddle to your day. Don't forget about the one rule that makes it all okay. Darling, nothing is forever, easy come and go. There ain't a thing you couldn't get through, always know that you're gonna be the good kind, the motivating sunshine. You're gonna be a remedy of heart and mind. Darling, you're a bona fide, yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Because you're gonna be the good kind, the motivating sunshine. You're gonna be a remedy of heart and mind. You're gonna greet the world humble and dignified, with joy to be around and a friend to walk beside. A bright and warm, rejuvenated sunshine. You're gonna be a remedy of heart and mind. Darling, you're a bona fide. Thanks a lot. So now I live in Massachusetts. I moved up to Massachusetts about 5 years ago and started a family with my wife, who's also from Massachusetts. Not the easiest thing to start a family in New York City, especially as musicians. We're both musicians. So we moved up to Mass. I grew up in apartment buildings all my life, never lived in a house. It was quite the awakening to start mowing my own lawn and dealing with water heaters and things like that I had no idea about, because I paid a maintenance fee, or my parents did, and then I did in my adult years in New York. So I just didn't know about that stuff. Nor did I know about being a father. How I was gonna do. And so this song was written shortly before my daughter was born, as we moved on into a little house on Hatherley Road in Scituate, Massachusetts. This is called Hatherley. The wind is heavy at Hatherley, Today's the day that we turn the key. Nothing's ever gonna be the same. Runaway thinking is ours to tame. I gotta believe it. This is how it's supposed to go. I gotta believe. I gotta believe it. We will find our place up here. I gotta believe in Hatherley. Lay our roots and we make our plans. Sharpen the lens and expand. Love is knowing there's a lot to learn, that in the noise our dreams may turn. I gotta believe it. This is how it's supposed to go. I gotta believe it. Out there in the ocean, there is peace inside the war. I gotta believe in Hatherley. Oh, nothing's ever meant so much to me. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, nothing's ever meant this much to me. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. The wind is heavy at Hatherley. Change as far as the eye can see. But nothing's supposed to stay the same. I gotta fit the picture to the frame. I gotta fit the picture to the frame. I gotta fit the picture to the frame. Here's one that was written a few years back about how united a country we are. But in all seriousness, it does have a, as you'll hear, a hopeful ending. This is called "I Remember When." Took a look out the window at a dire shade of blue. Used to be hard to tell, but now you don't need a closer view. Darkness in the hearts of those I used to recognize. Been building up a long time, I shouldn't be surprised. I was taught a single vision of the land where I was born, the example that we set before our fabric had been torn. And I wonder if we'll ever truly find our way again, or should we get busy saying, I remember when. Yesterday's a footprint left to vanish in a storm. Someone killed to retrace it, but they're sorely misinformed. Gone are the days we could agree to disagree. It's a war of us and them, and an abandonment of we. Or maybe all we need is to submit to our demise, to begin again without the clouds of fury in our eyes. But I won't hold my breath. It seems a far more likely end is that we're destined to keep seeing. I remember when, I remember look out the window at a brighter shade of blue. The clouds may soon drift far enough to change our point of view. Righteous are the hearts and minds I truly recognize. The path is long and bending toward a kind of world that's wise. May our children fight the power better than we ever could. And may the errors of my generation help them see what's good. I hope for every helpless soul to find some joy again. In solemn tones we'll look back, see. I remember when, I remember when, I remember true to form, I put out a set list and I'm deviating from it now. I don't know what it is about me that makes me not want to follow what I put there, but I guess it might have something to do with the kiddos over there that are having a good time, and it makes me want to play this one tune. So my newest album came out, maybe 3-4 months ago now, and there's a song on it called Dry Tomorrow that I'd like to play for you, about me and my kid. I fell with her atop the snow, made angels neath the great willow this afternoon. This afternoon, she packed some in her tiny hand. She said it looked a little like last night's moon. Like last night's moon. Oh boy, I have to soak it in, 'cause it could be dry tomorrow. She slowly rode on down the hill, her yellow sled, and crashed into a bed of leaves. A bed of leaves. The joy of all the falling white, she mischievously takes a bite and smiles at me, and smiles at me. Oh boy, it could be dry tomorrow. Boy, it takes me for a spin, but what a gorgeous pill to swallow. I know that I am not alone, but it feels as if I'm on my own. She's growing up. She's growing up. Oh boy, I have to soak it in, 'cause it could be dry tomorrow. But what a gorgeous pill to swallow, boy. Oh, boy. Thanks so much. So I got into music, playing guitar, writing songs, largely because of albums that my mother had laying around. And she had this old kind of beat up guitar that I picked up as a teenager. And the records that she had were mostly Beatles, Beach Boys, Paul Simon, Kinks, but it was Paul Simon that I kind of honed in on early as I was trying to teach myself to play. And Still Crazy After All These Years was the album, and I just learned to play by listening to what I was hearing on the record and just trying to pick out the notes on the guitar, even though it's not really a guitar song. So here's what I learned a long time ago. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me, I just smiled. And we talked about some old times, and we drank ourselves some beers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. I'm not the kind of man that tends to socialize. I seem to lean on old familiar ways, but I ain't no fool for love songs that whisper in my ears. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. 4 in the morning, trapped out and yawning, longing my life away. I never worry, why should I? It's all gonna fade. Now I sit by my window and I watch the cars. I fear I'll do some damage one fine day. But I would not be convicted by a jury of my peers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy, still crazy, still crazy after all these years. Thank you. Road's too long, worn me down. Ain't no coffee strong enough right now. Still lies away as far as I can tell. Time to duck into a cheap motel. I'm kinda glad to be alone tonight. Find a place where everything feels alright. Too many problems staring and say, well, gonna have a private party in a cheap hotel. Ain't gonna call you, ain't gonna write, ain't gonna think about what's wrong tonight. All that worry can just go to hell. I'm gonna have a private party in a cheap motel. Hey, hey. Don't wait up for me, I ain't coming home. Spare me the lecture and relax your tone. There ain't a line to me that you could sell. I'm gonna have a private party in a cheap hotel. And in the morning, I'll come around. By the time you wake, I will have rolled into town. This round is over, I'm ringing the bell. I'm gonna have a private party in a cheap hotel. I ain't gonna call you, I ain't gonna write, ain't gonna think about what's wrong tonight. All that worry can just go to hell. I'm gonna have a private party in a cheap hotel. Thanks so much. So I vaguely remember the concerts that Aaron was talking about, and I've yet to play any of the songs that I used to play at that time. I guess it was probably around 2002 or so that those shows were going on, and I had about probably 15 songs I'd ever written at that point. But I was, starting my career. I had signed to a label at the time, kind of a big label at the time, and tried that whole route out, and that did not work. But the record label had a couple of songs in mind for singles that went to radio. So this is the song that propelled me to superstardom. It's and one that Aaron will recognize. This is called Fond Farewell. My mother once told me, the thicker your skin, the better off you'll be when this world brings you down. With its trying to control me, leave me without hope. In the past I've been burned, but I've lived and I've learned. Neath the shelter of the pouring rain, in the absence of this fear and pain, I will finally bid my ball and chain a fond farewell. Yeah. On the road that leads me to my place, I'm gonna rid my heart of past disgrace, finally bid this sluggish pace a fond farewell, farewell. And I heard their reservations when I read their bitter words. I shined a light upon their wisdom, no matter how absurd. Broke my heart to pieces, and I questioned my beliefs. My dignity was gone, but it's time to move on. Need the shelter of the pouring rain, in the absence of this fear and pain, I will finally bid my ball and chain a fond farewell, farewell. On the road that leads me to my place, I'm gonna rid my heart of past disgrace, and finally bid this sluggish pace a fond farewell, farewell, farewell. Say goodbye to feeling sorry for myself, to begging others for far too much help. This is my hand, the cards that I've been dealt. Only I can make these changes, nobody else. Say goodbye to those sleepless nights, those corridors with no end in sight. The driven man with these words I write. Yeah, I'm making peace with my soul tonight. Need the shelter of the pouring rain, in the absence of this fear and pain, I'll finally bid my ball and chain a fond farewell, farewell. On the road that leads me to my place, I'm gonna rid my heart of past disgrace, and finally bid this sluggish pace a fond farewell, 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 farewell. So, back in right around 1996 or so, my brother came home with a CD of Peter Gabriel. I knew there was a video on MTV with lots of amazing visual effects going on that I love to to see, and I remember the song being real catchy, and then my brother came home with this CD and said, "You got to check this out." And I listened to the whole thing through and loved all the songs. Some of them, I tried to start playing along to, and Peter and some other artists are definitely responsible for me kind of diving into this profession and writing as many songs as I like to write. So here is one of those Peter Gabriel songs from the So album that you will recognize, if you like Peter Gabriel. You could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks. You could have an airplane flying if you bring your blue sky back. All you do is call me. I'll be anything you need. You could have a Big Dipper floating up and down all around the bends. You could have a bumper car bumping, the amusement never ends. I wanna be the sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Let me be the sledgehammer. This will be my testimony. Hey, yeah. Open round your fruitcakes. I'm gonna start that line again because I got it wrong. Show me around your fruitcakes, 'cause I'll be your bunny bee. Open up your fruitcakes, for that fruit as sweet as can be. I wanna be the sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Let me be the sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt. I wanna be the sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Yeah. Let me be the sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt about it. Yeah. Yeah. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da. I kicked the habit, shed my skin. This is the new stuff I go dancing in. Won't you suffer me? I will suffer you. Won't you suffer me? I will suffer you. Yeah, I wanna be the sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Please let me be the sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt about it. Yeah, yeah. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate that. All right. A few years back, I made my one and only album that I made here in Chicago with a couple of amazing musicians that are from the area. There's one particular named Stu Mindeman. He's the one who produced the record, fantastic pianist and producer. And here's a song from that record. That record's called Against the Sky. And this is a song about trying to figure out how to be a father, which in some ways I was very good at right away, and then others not so much. So here we go. This is Doing the Math. It's no use doing the math, the numbers always change. Each time you add them up, you gotta go back and rearrange. Can't expect the day to go just how you plan. It's no use doing the math, or even thinking that you can. In the dead of the night, I awoke to a sound that hurt my heart. I heard my little lady crying. She must have realized we were apart. So I hurried to the crib and found her fast asleep. Maybe it was all a dream, or the learning curve is steep. I'm hoping for the best, I'm prepping for the worst. I can't decide these days what's a blessing or a curse. My love tells me she's excited, and then she tells me she's a wreck. Just when I think I know what's coming, it's time to double check. One day I will look back on this windy, rugged path and be glad I took it easy and didn't do the math. I'm hoping for the best, I'm prepping for the worst. I can't decide these days what's a blessing or a curse. 'Cause you can't expect the day to go just how you plan. It's no use doing the math or even thinking that you can. It's no use doing the math or even thinking that you can. So my daughter's now 5 years old, and when I'm home, which is most of the time, I'm usually the one to pick her up from school. And you drive up to the school, and there's a playground kind of off to the side, and they're having recess to end the day. And I started noticing that she would sort of wander off from the rest of the group and be in her own world, which I was very much like. And I remember having quite a bit of social anxiety in school, so I was thinking to myself, maybe it's just because I have one kid and all your attention is on one kid, that you're hoping that they don't kind of go that same route in some ways. So I want her to be as social as she can, I suppose. But in that moment that I started feeling that anxiety bubble up of her, having that same trait. I started in my head, thinking of the words to this song. And this is fairly new, so I have the lyrics here just in case I don't remember. But this is a song from, I actually have two new records, so this is from the earlier new record, I suppose. One is 4 months old and the other 5, so there you go. So this is called Checking Out. Tell me to try, tell me I'm good, tell me I've been misunderstood, tell me I'm doing all I'm supposed to do. Teach me to see faith in my eyes. The love that I seek is there in disguise. It's hard to hang in when you're so used to checking out. Tell me you know the struggle I feel, what it'll take in order to heal. Tell me you found a way to circumvent. Sing me a song to drown out the noise. Reset me now with infinite poise. It's hard to hang in when you're so used to checking out. My mind is a taxing maze, the tricks that it needs to play. I talk to it like somebody else, which is surely an issue unto itself. So tell me to try, tell me I'm good, tell me it's going just how it should. Tell me the payoff certainly worth the wait. Stay with me here, praise and to guide. Prove to me you're along for the ride. It's hard to hang in when you're so used to checking out. Yeah, it's hard to hang in when you're so used to checking out. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. It's hard to hang in when you're so used to checking out. Thank you. Those of you in the front rows probably can notice that I have two pieces of paper here. That's for the second song I'm about to be cheating on. This was written 2 weeks ago. I like to do a lot of writing, and in some cases, turn around quickly and play it in front of an audience and hope that it goes well. You never quite know as a songwriter if it's a good song. You might think it is, and then it doesn't resonate with folks, so hopefully you'll like this song. So this one, like I said, a couple weeks old. This is called Today's the Day. Today's the day, no more keeping your truth at bay, no turning the other way. Today's the day. Today's the day to accept a sky that may be gray and know that you're still okay. Today's the day. Today's the day to say the words that you have longed to say. Admit that you have to play in order to grow. 'Cause time moves fast. Every day that fades into your past should leave you a little gassed from new hellos. I used to think I had to let it come to me, and ended up no closer than I'd always been to what it was I always wanted. Today's the day. Say to yourself it is I, not they, and jump back into the fray. Today's the day. A heavy lesson and one learned and learned again, but one that is well worth the effort you expend and leads to more of what you wanted. Today's the day. No more keeping your truth at bay. No turning the other way. Today's the day. No turning the other way. Today's the day. Thank you very much. So I got my start back when Aaron and I were kind of working together, I suppose you could say that. Even actually before I knew you, I was playing my first tour in the upper Midwest, mostly in North and South Dakota. And the reason for that is because I had an agent who was from there and was very familiar with the cities and even more so the colleges that were around that area. So he thought, based on what he heard from my music on MySpace, that he could book me in North and South Dakota in February. And I was a 21-year-old kid, just, like I said, didn't have a whole lot of songs yet, but had a desire to see where the music thing was going. Didn't have anything else that I wanted to do besides play baseball, and I was not going to be a professional baseball player, so I gave that up. And I went out on my first tour in North and South Dakota and played at 10 a.m. on top of like cafeteria tables for the kids who were doing their homework while I played, and it was a very humbling experience. But I didn't really care because I was suddenly a working musician on the road. It was just cool. I'd never been up there. I'd never been to most of the country, and started writing this tune back then and finished it off a few years later. This is Ride the Brake. Out of college, out of plans, in no hurry to be a man. Call a friend out in California and head west, interstates, see the country, ride the brake in a Cobalt Honda Civic with a faulty tape deck. Down in St. Louis, summer heat, sweating bullets on pleather seats. We stop for cold beer and conversation. She reminds you that you are young, eager chicken, not yet sprung. She reminds you of the reasons for the big retreat. Out in Lombard on a, is it Lombard or Lombard? On a Tuesday night at the congregation. In the bright lights, we stop for matzo and conversation. And tacos, right? You had tacos. Tacos and conversation. And you remind me that I am young, eager chicken, not yet sprung. Yeah, you remind me of the reasons for the big retreat. Yeah, and I sing it. Hey, now. Thank you. Here's a song I wrote in jest about an ex-girlfriend. I hope that for the rest of her life, everything she did would remind her of me. In films that you can't wait to see, in clothes that you thought you would clean, in dreams that you're soon gonna dream, I'll be there. On records you're dying to buy, on drugs you've been meaning to try, in manners of some other guy, I'll be there to make you miserable. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you want from me. My parts are scattered, and they're everywhere. Oh, gonna be no letters will come in the mail, no calls that can leave you a trail. In body I have set sail, but in spirit I'm gonna make you miserable. I'll be there to make you miserable, yeah. In drinks that you drink to forget, in pets that you're aching to pet, I'd wager a sizable bet I'll be there to make you miserable. Oh, it's not that I hate you so bad, it's not that you make me so mad. I just want you to know I am glad I'll be there to make you miserable. I'll be there to make you miserable. I'll be there to make you miserable. Thank you. It's always very therapeutic to play that tune. Thanks, guys. I'm having a lot of fun playing for you. We're almost at the end here, but I want to do a couple more songs and just say a huge thank you to Aaron, first of all, for having me. Everybody, Aaron Robin. My interpreters, thank you very much. And everybody who made this possible, everybody's been very kind to me here. Thank you so much for coming to the show here at the congregation. I hope, I come to Chicago at least a couple times a year to play some shows at different places, and look out for me, please. And what else do I want to say? Well, maybe I'll say some more later, but thank you so much for being so kind to me. I'm a big fan of 80s pop music. So you might recognize this if you are as well. Talking away, I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day left to find you shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me, take me up. I'll be gone in a day or two. So needless to say, I'm odds and ends, but I'll be stumbling away, slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me, take me up. I'll be gone in a day or two. I screwed it all up. Things that you say, oh, is it a lie? Just to play my worries away. You're all the things I got to remember, shying away. I'll be coming for you anyway. Take on me, take me up. I'll be gone in a day or two. Take me up. Thank you to my singers on that one. I mean, we're in a congregation after all. I mean, I know there's usually some singing going on here from the audience, so thank you for doing your part. And I suppose ending with this song is kind of fitting with where we are right now. This is kind of a prayer of sorts, this song. I know a single mom who I wrote about 10 years ago. I wrote this song about her. She had just lost her job, and she has kids and didn't really know the path forward, but was trying to, keep her kids in a hopeful space. And so I wrote this song back then. It's called Less. Thanks again, everybody, for being so kind. Less is less, it isn't nothing, somehow we'll recover. Everybody pitching in will help out one another. And before we know it, the garden will be growing, a new breeze will be blowing. Less is more than many other people out there struggling. Some don't ever find an end to holes that need a plug-in. Do not play the victim, show me some conviction, and we'll get this sorted out. Well, tonight I feel so grateful that you are all here with me, and that we are healthy. Don't forget how lucky we are. Less is less, we've got enough to get us through December. I'll go out and find new work as soon as morning comes. And before we know it, the garden will be growing. Good times will come back around. And before we know it, the garden will be growing. Good times will come back around. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you very much.